Happy Tuesday. How's everybody surviving the winter? Because it is cold here. I was trying to flatten my hair and it's just not happening. That's okay. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyway. Okay, so are we on undercover boss? I think that stuck out to me as a topic to elaborate on and spin it in our own cool way, which is what I like to do is just look at things in a different manner than maybe a lot of people would look at it. So what do I mean by that? Undercover boss. Okay, so are we secretly on like a, because you know what that show is, right? Like the CEO goes undercover to all these restaurants and retail and all that. I don't know if that show's still on now, but, are we like secretly the CEO, the boss, right? And we don't know it because we are here with all these limitations in life. Like we are here literally fighting for our life in different ways. And you may look at some people on social media or wherever and they look just like they are just doing it, right? And I know like how things appear and how they look, but I really think that is part of this game that we are playing, because if you did not know, we are playing a game. And we are on the Candyland board, we're on the Monopoly board, we're on the, oh God, Chutes and Ladders. I think that would be more appropriate, right? For this, the way it can feel sometimes. Right? You go up the ladder, but you come down quick. But you go up more and more and more. Like it always goes up, right? And that's like to our experience, to our knowledge in life. You would think comfortability, but that's not always the case, because I think that depends on your nervous system, which, it's like we hear all these things, but really, unless you study it, and if you're so inclined to do that, if you're not, that's fine. But I think you should, definitely go where you're being told to go. And that's going to be in a lot of different, probably, directions throughout the lifetime. And then you probably get to those points where, right, the highs and lows, and they talk about you're constantly changing frequencies, like millions, billions of times per second. Like there's something to be said about checking into all of this stuff, which is, where I'm being led. That's why I'm sharing things, breaking it down in the simple way, because at this point, that is the only way I know how to do it. And I'm sure, I will get more experience and better delivery and all that stuff. So, but I really think that we still have to play the game, right? No matter what. And I think when it feels hard or it feels just off or anything, like in those moments, it's still a teacher, whether you want it to be or you don't. It's still a teacher, and that's what you're here for, is your soul evolution. And if you don't know that, like, even if you hear these things, right, if it's not meant for you to know or hear, well, I just said it, and you can remember in times past when you maybe are ready to hear it, that you remember something, someone said it, right? So I think where I'm at, let's just say, right now is like, I'm just like tired as far as like not physically, because I think I don't I believe in health, and I believe in a mindset, and amen. I just have that mindset that, just because I'm experiencing something, like, doesn't mean it's forever. And overall, I just really have a healthy complex. Like, I would say I was blessed with that, or programmed with that, right, as my undercover avatar, that, I just don't really believe in health scares or anything like that. Now, obviously, I'm learning how to accept that this is very real for people. Like, people are going through a lot. And so for me to just dismiss it and say that's not real and laugh and whatever, but I mean, inside, right? You're like, because you're not going through it, so you don't really understand. But all I can think is like, people have obviously made this real. Like, that's what I've known for a long time. People make these things real in their mind, okay? Because, so within, so without, so within, so without, we sow seeds. So within, like, whatever whatever is king, right? Queen, whatever that's first of all. Okay, belief, that's wonderful, right? But you don't have to believe something that you know. And so if you can get to a knowing, that's like, above all else, amazing, right? But then here we are on this Chutes and Ladders board, right? We don't know, we are undercover CEO. We don't know certain things, okay? And some people don't know that they're the CEO of their health. They control, for the most part, like, right? So I know that. Like, I know my health is good, it's gonna be good. Now, am I gonna say, oh, I'm never ever gonna get sick? And I'll tell you, I've tested that theory though a lot. Like, you know what I mean? I've tested the theory and ate things that maybe, are recommended. I don't know. But see, there's the ego once again that's like, oh, you're invincible with that. So it's like, okay, you need to, like, I think, have a balance of, this place is not real, but it's real at the same time, as in, you were put here by the ultimate creator, which is you, okay, but you are going undercover. So therefore you don't know, and you're creating, right, unconsciously. Like, conscious creating is wonderful, okay? And that is the words you've heard but probably ignored, like me, or just didn't make sense. But if you're consciously doing things, that's all it is to it. Like, the other day, I literally had an epiphany or whatever. I was like, oh my God. I was like, when they say, like, all you have to do is be conscious or aware of it, like, that's literally it. Because you are you're God. Like, you're playing a limited, being with skin and flesh and all this. And you're like, wow, oh wow, like, all I have to do is be aware and conscious of it, and then boom, right? But how do you do that? See what I mean? If it's not meant for your path, like your little yellow brick road you're walking down, that you don't even know you're walking down, because this feels hella real to you, but it's kind of not. So, but the other day I was just so thankful to be like, oh my God, no wonder, because I've seen so many things now that maybe a lot of people haven't seen, but there are a few that see it because they're aware of it. So that's why they are in their life where they're supposed to be in their, or like maybe where you want to be or don't, but you see what I mean? Like, they just have, like, I don't know, like, what society deems as like a good life or something, but then they can still be struggling immensely inside. So, but I think to have, like, obviously your nervous system regulated, your beliefs and knowings, like, very strong and in the right healthy ways, right, that's going to serve you. Like, if you can be all of that and then get your money, Or, you know, you're right, we use money here. I mean, hey, money is a tool. Money is like not the only way. And that's what I'm having to tell myself. So like we are really undercover here. I mean, we are blind as a bat. And I guess as you peel back the layers, peel back the lies, like the untruths, like then it just gets better. Um, like, what do you call that? Like I'm just picturing being in a forest right now and you're cutting down as you're going through, right? And then before you know it, like you've cleared this path and like things are gonna come up, but you just like you just have this knowing now that like it's gonna be okay. You've fought the battles, you've learned things along the way, and now you're just like you're calm and you're more in coast mode. But even that being said, like I don't know if it's just gonna be coasting or not. Like, but I want to believe that and I want to know that and I want to get there so then I can tell other people, oh yeah, you know what? You don't have to, I mean, worry, stress, like all of that. As long as you learn and know how to like pivot, right? Because all these things that are happening are like the warning signs, the manifestations of the inside that is not going the right way on your path, right? You veered off here, boom, boom, boom. So, and I guess people are just veered off their whole life, and you know, maybe I guess the next lifetime, right after they're gone, right, gone from this physical plane, then they are like, oh man, now they can see everything before they reincarnate to their next life. I mean, we're all just like, we don't know everything. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying these things because that's what I'm experiencing right now. And I may look back and be like, some of this was silly or whatever, but I don't know. Like, this is all our own personal journey, and I'm just here to share mine and to kind of get things out because I'm not really a writer, so I think I like to talk. Like, I don't think, actually, now I know. It's like, you like to talk, so nothing else better than getting it out on a YouTube video. So much to talk about, but that ends this video, so see y'all next Tuesday.